Hi guys, my name is Zenande and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is for people who have either dropped out of school or those who have failed and are thinking of giving up on school. Okay, I have been thinking about this video for a while now. Initially, it was meant to be for people who gave up their dreams or gave up being children and went and looked for jobs in order for them to take care of their families. This is a topic that's very close to my heart because I watched a lot of kids, especially boys, finding it really difficult to accept that they are poor, accept that they are suffering, basically, and basically took it upon themselves to save their families from poverty. And it's been interesting to just observe how their lives turn out and the people they become as they get older. Most of you guys will know this already, but I grew up poor, and my first introduction to a debt was through going to my neighbor's place, our neighbor's house, to ask for a bowl of meal so that we could eat. And as a kid and maybe a daughter, I knew that it was not my responsibility to make sure that my family goes to bed having eaten something. I knew that. Whereas for boys, they are taught that you're supposed to be the leader, you're supposed to be the protector of your family. And so sometimes they end up taking responsibility for things that are not their fault. It's not your fault that your parents are poor. It's not your fault that you are a child and you're poor. It's not. You are responsible for your own future. Okay. Another thing that I've observed is people who fail grade 12. Like, people would fail grade 12, or grade 12 for people who are not African is basically your last year of high school. People will fail their last year of high school and let that determine the rest of their lives. That's something that I've observed. And remember guys, most people finish high school at 17 years. And it's unfair to let something that happens at 17 determine the rest of your life. I found that really interesting. And as a person who of course went to high school and went to university after, I've noticed that it's easy for a person who failed in university to repeat a year than it is easy for a person who failed high school, last year of high school, to go back to school. And I just want to remind everyone, if this applies to you, I want to remind you that it's unfair to let something that happens at 17 determine the rest of your life. If you have a dream and you believe in it, it's important that you literally fight to achieve whatever that you want to achieve. If it's going back to school, or if you want to be, let's say, a doctor and your grade 12 results are not the greatest, it's okay to go back to school. Lastly, as someone who grew up being told that I will go to university and I will be educated, I spent many years treating school as the only way to get successful. And to be fair, I still think that school is the easiest way to get ahead. I still believe that it's the easiest way to fight poverty. I stand by that. However, today, or having grown up, and now that I'm an adult, I realize that that mentality kind of assumes that people who might have academic challenges or people who are not into school can be successful, which is not true. So in today's video, I'll talk about ways in which a person who is not into academics can make a living and be successful. By the end of this video, I hope you would have learned about the importance of having a growth mindset, of being able to zoom out of your current life, think about what you would like to achieve, what you would like your future to look like, and literally getting into planning and working to make sure that you achieve your goals. Okay. Now, to the people who gave up on school in order to go work, I just want you to remember that how you view money in your younger, maybe early 20s, or maybe when you're in high school, how you view money when you are 18 is going to be different to how you view money when you have real responsibilities. A simple example is, I know a kid, or I was actually talking to a kid who decided to drop out of school because he was tired of going to school with torn uniform, which is fair, right? Especially for boys, because boys suffer from peer pressure, okay? And I could understand his frustration because he was going to school with a torn shirt, torn jersey, and of course as a boy, you like as you get older, you get conscious of what are people thinking about me. And so he got tired of that and was like, I'm giving up on school, I'm going to go find a job. Okay, the problem now is 5,000 might be okay when you are 18 and you just came out of high school. But if you get comfortable for a long time, you will realize at 30 when you have a kid that actually I don't have enough money to take care of my family. You will realize at 30 that you actually need to build your own house. You'll realize at 30 that you have to take care of your wife if you decide to get married, or you have to take kids through school. And the money that you earn is not going to be enough. On top of that, your job is probably not going to be secured because technology is always evolving. Things are being automated. Okay. And another example is back in university, I was always working during holidays, school holidays, especially December. So this one time I was working at, it was at Hungry Lion in Belleville, those who know, Belleville in Cape Town. I was working at Hungry Lion in Belleville. And I was working with these ladies, and they were telling me that they've been at Hungry Lion for years and things are not improving, And you have to remember, most retail shops will not employ you on a full-time basis. And therefore you have to treat it as a way to get your life together while you move to the next phase of your life, right? Otherwise, you're going to stay in one place for a very long time, right? I need you to think long term. I know people who worked for years and realized, like maybe in year 5, that actually I need to go back to school. And these are people who dropped out of grade 11 or grade 10 and literally went back to wearing a school uniform in grade 11, then 12, and then past grade 12, because at that point they know exactly what they are in school. They're not there to play. Past grade 12 and went to university. Another thing I want to talk about is that, guys, it's important to always remember that you are never old. You are never too old to follow your dreams. You are never too old to follow your dreams. You are never too old to go back to school. I'm saying this because last year I got a DM from someone on Twitter, and they were saying that they are, I think, in their 30s and they are back in university, or they were starting university like an undergrad full-time, right? Now they felt like, hey, they are too old because they were surrounded by kids who just came out of high school. And I promise you guys, you are never too old to follow your dreams. Don't ever let that get into your head. The point is, you are writing your story with every decision that you make. Make decisions that are bringing you closer to your goal or the life that you want. With every small decision that you make in your life, you are literally writing your story. You have to sometimes zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Look at where you have been. Look at the work that you have done and forge a way forward. Now, if school is not your thing, that's okay. You just need to find something that you are good at. Think long term while looking at it. Get a driver's license and become an Uber driver. Do plumbing. Learn how to plant vegetables. Do something. Find something that you're good at and find a way to monetize it. A few days ago, I was at Pretoria CBD police station and I met this guy. He has a printer next to the police station. If you know Pretoria CBD police station, you'll know that the queues actually are very long, okay? And so as I was waiting for my friend, she was standing in a queue for something, going into the police station. As I was waiting for my friend, I was like, let me talk to this guy. This is really interesting. And so I went to him and I was asking, so what made you start this business? He said he knows that because people have to stand there for a very long time, if you smoke, after a while, you're going to want to pass time by smoking. And therefore, he sells cigarettes. That's one. And secondly, He knows that many people who are in that queue are there to either write an affidavit or do an affidavit. And therefore, those people need a pen. And therefore, he sells pens. And he knows that some of those people are there to certify documents. And in order for you to certify a document, you need a copy and your original. And therefore, he provides copying and printing services. The point is, he saw an opportunity and decided to monetize it. I was with that guy for over an hour, and I will tell you now, he makes a lot of money. As I end this video, what I want to leave you guys with is you are never too old to follow your dreams. You could be 40 and decide to start your degree, like a new degree. You could be 40 and decide to go redo your grade 12. You are never too old to follow your dreams. And the second thing is you need to have a growth mindset. Before I end this video, I'd like to remind you guys to please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video and comment so that we can continue this conversation on the comment section. Please also follow me on Instagram at Z_ande_. I'll also leave my Instagram handle on the description box below. Okay, now go on and follow your dreams. Bye.